More vinyl, box 3. This one will show you what how kind of wildly differing all the vinyl is, really. For example, top of this box is Pinhead's Slamming Beats, which is on Roughneck Alliance. Classic, noisy gabber. Followed swiftly by the original 12-inch US remix of the Smiths, This Charming Man. It's not the actual, there are two versions of this, one of which is really a lot rarer, which has the logo on it, so this one doesn't. Saw the sticker with US Mix 149, which is exactly what I paid for it, in Rough Trade Records, actually, I think on Talbot Road. Where else? That's interesting. Chin Chin, Stop Your Crying on Farmer Records. It's taken from an LP called The Sound of the Westway. They're from Switzerland, a Swiss punk band. Quite C86 sounding. They sound a lot like The Pains of Being Pure at Heart, if you want to put it into kind of current context. This record was reissued on 53rd and 3rd, which puts it right into that kind of C86 thing as well. That's a great record, though totally kind of, well, I guess it depends if you think it's listenable or not. Lee Ronaldo's From Here to Infinity, it's thing on Blast First. It's clear vinyl, beautiful clear vinyl as well. And it's just a series of lock grooves, so you put the needle in it, and it will go forever. Infinity lock grooves. It's just a strange sonic youthy noise. This pile totally also shows the extent of my insane Ultravox addiction. Here's a copy of the first album, the first Ultravox album. That's an Antilles American copy. There Will Be More. Pass the Paintbrush, Honey, Biff Bang Pow, early Creation. Early Alan McGee as well. It's a compilation of the early singles, There Must Be a Better Life, etc, etc, Chocolate Elephant Man. Though not 50 Years of Fun, which is a shame because that's a great record. And look, hey, another copy of the first Ultravox album. I'm such a killer for doubles on this. That's second press, UK Island. It's actually, weirdly, there's hardcore in here, so that's Too Bad Mice's Hold It Down. Those are the Hold It Down remixes. Too Bad Mice remixes of Future Assassins. Chaotic Chemistry, LSD EP. Well, that's interesting. That's Aphex Twin. Well, it's Caustic Window, which is Aphex's alias. There are two versions of this Joyrex J5 EP. This is one on white vinyl. First press. Never mind the bollocks. I still love anything on that Virgin label. I love. This is the one without the anything on the back. There's a record that I actually despise. That's rubbish. That record, Jet, the Dirty Sweet EP. Terrible, terrible record. It's got Cold Hard Bitch and Rollover DJ on it, and it isn't very good. But every now and again, I keep sort of checking online, and people seem to be paying money for it. So I'm waiting for it to kind of get to an appreciable sort of level where I can go, you know what, I will now sell it if anybody wants to make me an offer. That's, you never ever see that. That's Culture Side's Tacky Souvenirs of Pre-Revolutionary America. It's an interesting one. It's almost like a mashup thing, but basically it's a very, very dodgy legal thing. It's somebody howling their own karaoke lyrics over the top of previously recorded songs by the likes of Springsteen and Pat Benatar, and if the lawyers ever got hold of it, they'd never let that one fly. Reese's Funky Funk and Bassline. Bassline's such an important tune because it's the tune that all the tech step kind of drum and bass artists sample their B-lines from. If you listen to things on all no U-turn stuff, it all comes from that record. Red Vinyl, Network Press. True Love Stories by Jilted John. Look, from Network Red Vinyl proto tech step to Jilted John. That's the album True Love Stories, EMI International. Always nice to have the fancy mice board game inside it. There's a nice wodge of Ultravox things. That's Ha Ha Ha, and that's a German copy of Ha Ha Ha. There's a Japanese copy of Ha Ha Ha. That's an American copy on Antilles of 3 into 1, which is really nice. You don't see American albums from that sort of period. Nice. Japanese copy of the first Ultravox album. Quiet Men, Quiet Men comes on white vinyl. The other single, Slow Motion, which I'm sure is in this pile, is on sort of milky clear vinyl. That's nice. I actually bought that from the Record and Tape, and it was in the bargain basement. I got loads of them. There was about 4 of them, so I just bought all of them that I could. It's a marbled orange vinyl copy of Prince's The Black album, promo only, which Warner's put out. I mean, that album's difficult enough to get anyway, so sorry for the pictures of my thumb. So for that, to pick that up, and I bought 4 of them for £1 each. There's another Ultravox Quiet Men. One of them's been signed. Slow Motion. That's a white vinyl of Fucking in the Bushes, Oasis. Kylie Minogue, the Between the Sheets mix of What Do I Have to Do, which is always my favourite Kylie single. Great record. So there we go. How do we go from all that bizarre Too Bad My Stuff to Kylie and Duran Duran? But that's Night Romantics, which is the Japanese Duran Duran EP. Contains the night versions of Girls on Film and Planet Earth with their respective B-sides. So you get, Canada and Fame. And also, interestingly, I think this photo on the front was taken in the Rum Runner in Birmingham. And this colour scheme, and indeed this picture, should have been the front cover of the album. They changed it at the last moment, and I've always felt that it looked better. Don't you think that looks better than the version that came out? Critical Phase. That's a piece of very, very hard and very wonderful techno by Kirk DiGiorgio, which I love, A, because it's great, and B, because, can you guess why? Because of the homage to Complete Control by The Clash. That's such an amazing image, and it works no matter what you do with it. Bravo. And finally in this box, one of my favourite bands of all time, one of the greatest bands of all time. It took me ages to find this, actually. This is the, I think it's the first Pursuit of Happiness EP. Comes out on Swell Records, only came out on vinyl. Killed by Love and 10 Fingers. Original demo versions of the tracks as well. They were re-recorded by Todd Rundgren for the album Love Junk. There's Mo, looking impossibly young. Look at him. Mo, you're a genius. And that's box number 3. At some point in the near future, there may well be more. Enjoy.